Facebook Live. It is Jamie here, and I am live on location. I'm not going to tell you where we are quite yet. Let's see, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to log in. But we are at a brewery in Connecticut. So give everybody a few minutes to log in here. It is 4 o'clock happy hour with Jamie. I am on location. I am actually not at Aroma Time, as you can see. So let's see if anybody will join me today. Marcus and I just got done with a 30-mile bike ride in Connecticut, and we had spent the night here last night. And we are, now it's raining, so it's actually pouring. In Connecticut, I heard it rained in Ellenville earlier today. And so now it is pouring here. I'm hoping that it stops. Justin has a baseball game tonight, so we're hoping that it will stop raining. So thank you everybody for joining us. As most of you know, all through this pandemic, since the beginning, I've been doing a Facebook Live every day at 4 o'clock. And I try really hard not to miss it. Some days I have to, but I really try not to miss them because I know everybody looks forward to them. So if you're watching me live, if you can put hashtag live. If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay. We are enjoying a delicious IPA. I am not going to tell you yet where we are. I am going to turn it over to Marcus, who's going to talk a little bit more about what and where we are and everything. So if you're watching this live, if you could put a comment in the comments, hashtag live, hashtag replay. If you have a drink in your hand right now, I never really drink beer, but these IPAs are really nice. We are tasting a few of them and hopefully going to bring some back. So let's see. I can't really see who's on. I don't know why I can't see, but hello. I see my mom is on. Hi, Shane. Hope all is well. Now it's popping on. Hi, Shane. How are you? Hope all is well. And let's see, I see some more people joining. I'm early today. Usually I'm about 4:15ish or so. That's kind of been my regular time, even though it's 4 o'clock happy hour with Jamie. So I'm going to turn it over to Marcus. Hope everybody is doing well. And all right, Marcus, you are on.
All right. Hello, everybody. So we're at a brewery in Connecticut. Jamie and I spent the night in New Haven last night, and we went on a 30-mile bike ride today. We went up what trail was it called, Jamie? Do you remember what trail it was? And regardless, we did 30 miles on this beautiful trail. We left from New Haven. We went all around New Haven this morning on our bicycles, went down to the water, and then got on this trail, which starts right at Yale. Like literally at Yale on the campus there starts this trail, this rail trail / canal trail. And we went all the way past Quinnipiac University and a little further than that. And we stopped and got lunch on the way. And of course, and now we're at a brewery. Of course, that's what Jamie and I love to do, is we love to stop and see the wineries, breweries, distilleries that we possibly buy from, that we want to buy from, and have good products that we can't get. Make good connections. So right now we're at a brewery that is not distributed in New York State. It once was, about 9 years ago, distributed. They're going to get back into New York State. They do pop-ups in New York State on a frequent basis. Nothing since before COVID hit. But they will do tap takeovers. They'll do pop-ups in New York City and Boston. But they have so much beer flowing that they're just trying to, or so much demand for their beer in Connecticut that they're just supplying Connecticut right now. They're going to go back to their pop-ups in New York and hopefully get distribution in New York because they're opening a new facility. So we are at New England Brewing Company. We're at New England Brewing Company, and we met the sales manager. Great folks here, really awesome place. We're right outside of New Haven still. Literally, this was 15 minutes, 20 minutes from our hotel. We could have biked here if we wanted to. So when Jamie and I got done with lunch on this canal path, we're sitting there eating lunch out on this deck, and all of a sudden the sky gets dark. Sky gets really dark. Thunder and lightning comes in. And we had heard in Ellenville that it's like pouring worse than it has in a long time. And we're looking at these clouds, we're like, oh no. And as we get on our bikes, on our road bikes to get back onto the trail, drop. We hightailed it for 10 miles? It was 10 miles. we hightailed it back to get, and we got rain.
30 minutes.
We got rained on. We definitely got rained on. Not major though. We were just kept pedaling towards the lighter sky as we were heading back into New Haven. But we did get rained on, but no big deal. Got back to the van and got our bikes back in the van at the hotel, and now we're here at the brewery. Justin has a game tonight at Duchess Stadium. He's playing in the Collegiate League for the summer, so we're excited to go see him play tonight. Hopefully it's not rained out. I heard in Ellenville right now that it's not raining because Justin's out playing golf, but he would play in the rain anyway, so that's not, I guess, a true. It's not raining. So I think we're going to get some beer and bring some beer back. So stay tuned for some New England brewing. So they have a really, their flagship beer that anybody would recognize if you knew of the brewery is the Sea Hag. The Sea Hag IPA is like their flagship brew. Fuzzy Baby Ducks, really awesome IPA. There was something that we wanted that we can't get today in cans. Oh, the G-Bot. The G-Bot is only available in growlers. We wanted to bring a case of cans back. So check this out. As a gift, they gave us 2018, their Imperial Stout.
Well, I'm excited about it.
We're really excited about this. It's 2018, so it's a 2-year-old vintage. They gave us this as a gift. We met with the sales manager. Made a good connection here. Going to definitely do an event with them when they're doing another pop-up in New York, so we're talking about that. We've got some new exciting beers in anyway for our IPA 4-packs. They're $19.99. There is some Equilibrium in there. We got a limited supply of Heady Topper. We got some really awesome beers that are mixed and matched up in a 4-pack for $19.99. So stay tuned for more of that. Our lobster bake this weekend, I ordered lobsters, ordered a ton of clams. We sold out of oysters last week. We sold out of lobster rolls last week. Call early enough, 647-3000, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays from 4 to 9 out on the street. The day of. Right, we're taking reservations the day of in case it's raining. We don't have enough room for everybody. We're not really doing indoor seating. We did seat a few people in there last week when it downpoured, but we want to avoid being overbooked. Our lobster bake has become like this. We've created a monster with this one lobster bake. And people are calling like crazy. People are saying they're coming in, they're buying lobsters like crazy. We do it to go. We're selling over 100 of these a weekend. So that's really, really awesome. So thank you everybody for your support. You can always take it home to go. Problem is I can't fit any more than 100 lobsters into the coolers. Our coolers we're walking as jam-packed to the max. So we have to be careful with all the stuff that's the storage-wise. So 100 lobsters I have coming in again. After the 100 lobsters is over, we switch to lobster tails. That was what we decided to do and come up with. Anything else, Jamie? So just gonna do a little shot of the brewery here where we're at. Their tasting room just reopened. Inside back there is the tanks. They have an outdoor area. And the tasting room is open. You can't go to the bar, but you can sit socially distanced at a table in here. If anybody's ever had New England Brewing Company, just drop a comment, say yes. They focus on a lot of IPAs, and all the IPAs we're tasting are really, really, really good. So stay tuned for some of their beers in New York soon, especially at Aroma Time.
I'll be back tomorrow with my Facebook Live. Share it to me.
Yep, it's on you now.
So I will be back tomorrow for my happy hour at 4 with Jamie, my Facebook Live at 4 o'clock tomorrow. And remember, we are still doing groceries to go. You can still order your wild salmon and your fish and your frozen fish. And we have lots of cool stuff. So those IPA packs, those are really cool. And they're going to go fast. We have a few left. So of the ones with Equilibrium.
So Jamie mentioned something important about salmon. We still have wild salmon, lots of wild salmon that we get on a regular basis every week, frozen 6-ounce portions. Take them home, you keep them frozen. I've noticed in the last week and a half or so, people have been telling me, "Oh, Marcus, you have to try this restaurant. They care about the food, or you've got to try this restaurant. It's great." Or because we've been going out to other places the last 2 weeks to see what everybody's doing. I've noticed a large amount, not large, but there's been at least 5 places that I've either been on their website or visited them in person where they're listing wild Atlantic salmon. And I want to do another Facebook Live on this. Folks, there's no such thing as wild Atlantic salmon. Atlantic salmon is not something you catch in the wild and serve commercially. You catch commercially. Atlantic salmon is all farm raised, except for the very, very small pockets that are caught in Scotland but the price is outrageous. It's more than wild Pacific salmon. So when you see menus that say wild Atlantic salmon, and some of these are in the Hudson Valley, some of those were in Hudson here when we were away here in New Haven, I saw the same thing. Some of these chefs are confused. They don't know the difference. They know that wild is better than farm, so they like to throw the word wild in there. All Atlantic salmon in restaurants is farm raised. That's the reality of it. So if you see wild and Atlantic on the same description, it's not true. It's not the case. So if you care about what you're eating, wild salmon is your only option. Atlantic salmon, and if you've watched any of my videos before on the horrific practices of farm salmon, aka scamming, the way it destroys the environment, the fish, the way they're mistreated, all the stuff that goes into the food. It's horrific, and it's something that I haven't served it since I found out the difference over 20 years ago. So if you do care about what you eat, avoid Atlantic salmon at all costs. It's not a real food. It's bad news all around. It doesn't matter if it comes from the Faroe Islands. Doesn't matter if it comes from New Zealand. Doesn't matter if it comes from South America, from Verlasso, Atlantic salmon, farm salmon. It's all the same. It doesn't matter if it's certified organic, because there's no real certification for organic salmon. It's self-regulated. It doesn't matter if it's sustainable, another self-regulated term. These are just terms that are put out there to make you want to buy a product that you wouldn't want to buy if you knew the whole story about it. So that's the deal with that. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Jamie and I are going to still hang out here in Connecticut for a while, then go catch Justin's game. And again, we're in New Haven, Connecticut right now. We're at a place called New England Brewing Company. There is their, can I zoom in? I'm trying to zoom in. New England Brewing right there. All right, so, all right, folks, that's it. That is it. All right, say bye, Jamie.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow.